What is up, guys? Tony here, and I have another Pokemon Showdown battle for you today. In this one, I'm using a team that I actually really like, and it's kind of random. And yeah, this video is a little bit longer than the rest of the ones I posted, and that's because this gameplay is 50 turns long. Yeah, this was a really long game, and it was a lot of just the same thing on, like, we kept repeating the same strategies, so that's why I sped it up quite a bit. I might speed it up even more, so I don't know if any of the things I say will even pertain to what's going on the screen. If I do end up speeding it up more, but I don't think I will. Anyway, so when I was just talking, what had happened was we started with, I think I started with my Cofagrigus, and he started with his Klefki, or I think I started with my Gliscor actually. But either way, I just took it out with the Earthquake because yeah, he used Swagger, I believe, and then I made a dumb idea, or I made a dumb play going into my Cloyster, and I actually got it killed right away, even though it's one of my strongest Pokemon, because it's got, like, Choice Band, I believe it is, or whichever one increases speed, and yeah, it's one of my more powerful ones. And then, to be honest, I'm just gonna say it now, he's the only Pokemon that dies on my side of the field. Yeah, and what he does is a lot of the same. His Rotom Wash usually just does the same thing every time, which is Will-O-Wisp and then Volt Switch. And yeah, so my Blissey here is actually like a Toxic Stall Blissey, kind of. It doesn't have Substitute, instead it has Aromatherapy, which I use to get rid of, like, Toxic and Burns and all that kind of stuff. And it's freezing up a little bit, I believe, the gameplay. I'm not sure why. I don't know. Hopefully I'll fix that in the next recording session, but yeah. So my Blissey can't really do anything to his Trevenant after going for the Toxic, because I don't actually have any attacking moves on that Blissey. So I go for the Cofagrigus because I do have a Shadow Ball on there, but his Trevenant has Leech Seed and Will-O-Wisp, and I believe it has a Citrus Berry with Harvest ability, which, you know, it's pretty good. And he sends in his Sylveon to take out my Cofagrigus, I guess. But it doesn't actually do that much damage, and my Cofagrigus does have a Pain Split, which I use quite a few times in this battle in order to keep my Cofagrigus alive, which is really nice. I actually really like it. It's a nice bulky Pokemon, and it carries Will-O-Wisp, Pain Split, Shadow Ball, and Knockoff. Yeah, Knockoff's really big. Unfortunately, you can't actually knock off Mega Stones. That would be kind of cheap if you could, but I guess that's a good idea then. And then these Venusaurs, man, he just kept going for the Synthesis because I could, excuse me, I could easily take it out with a couple Sludge Bombs, but his actually does way more damage with Sludge Bomb than mine does. If you can tell, I'm trying to hold back a couple of coughs here because I am really sick. And we just, for the longest time, just went back with Synthesis and Sludge Bomb, and then eventually I switch out into my Gliscor to just see, because I knew he was going to be using Sludge Bomb, so I was just like, well, you know, if it gets poisoned or anything, that's great. If it doesn't, then it'll resist it, I believe. So yeah, then my Toxic Orb comes on. My Toxic Orb I actually do mess up later, because you'll see in a little bit, but my Gliscor is obviously a Poison Heal Gliscor, which means that the Toxic Orb makes him poisoned, and the poison heals him instead of taking damage away. And then he switched out of his Venusaur because we were basically just stalling each other, because I have Roost and Protect and Toxic and all that kind of stuff. I have my Gliscor and my Blissey kind of do the same thing. They're just Toxic Stallers, except my Gliscor can also regain health while protecting, while Blissey has to use Soft Boiled. His Rotom Wash, I actually did knock off its Chesto Berry at the beginning of the match, which is why it is a, you know, Sleep Chesto Berry, or Rest Chesto Berry Rotom Wash, which I managed to take off its Chesto Berry with knockoff early in the game, so it didn't necessarily do anything, I guess. And I was there with my Blissey just trying to regain a little bit of health and then see if I can poison it the second that it woke up. That didn't happen, and as you saw, he ended up forfeiting the match because it was going way too long, and my Venusaur actually took out his Venusaur, which was basically his biggest hitter, and it was about to take out his Rotom Wash. So if he had not quit, he would have been 3 down and I would have only been 1, and basically my supply score, and Venusaur could have taken down his entire team. I don't even think I played my Porygon 2. But yeah, I really do like this new team that I'm using. I'm gonna maybe switch it up a little bit, but I think I might use it for at least the next couple of battles. Excuse me. Not the next couple that you'll see, but maybe the next one at least. If you have any suggestions on the team, be sure to leave them in the comments below. Go ahead and check out my Pokemon Platinum Let's Play, as this is the last week that I will leave sign-ups, not sign-ups. No, sorry. I will leave voting open, and then I'm just gonna have to pick something on my own if I don't get any votes. So yeah, please vote if you want, and check out my other Pokemon Showdown videos. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.